Hello and welcome back to Small Bites. Julie Traeger here. Got my mug of green tea. It's just kind of a cloudy, icky day. You see these videos on Friday normally, but I film them on Thursday, and so it's the stormy day today. And I also want you to know that I practice what I preach. And today we are talking about detoxification. And detoxing really means just your body's way of eliminating toxins and waste products. And for me, it's been in the news a lot lately. But what do I know? I read mostly nutrition books and marketing books these days. So just because I'm hearing a lot about it doesn't necessarily mean you are. But if you are, the reason that you're hearing more about it is really because in today's standard American diet, and in today's environment, when we're exposed to so many chemicals and dyes and toxins through our use of anything from beauty products to shampoos to soaps to cleaning products, things that we use at the office like whiteout. I mean, they're just pretty much everything we do all day long is exposing our bodies to toxins. And so it really ends up that in this day and age, we're just constantly overwhelming our bodies with a level of toxins that it wasn't really designed to handle. So, um, so we're really talking about through a detoxification, optimizing our body's own ability to get rid of waste products, wastes and toxins. Um, and and there are people I think that really should consider specific people that should consider really consider doing a detox. It's something that I do twice, I try to do twice a year, and I would recommend that most people do the same thing. Um, and so I think if you're one of those people that just feels like crap all of the time, a detox would be a really good idea. I think if you've never ever detoxed before, it's always a good idea. If you've been under a lot of stress lately, too little sleep, lots of just everyday day to day stress, way too much fast food, too little sleep, too little exercise, it would be a good idea to give your body a break. Um, and also, I think if you're holding on to body fat and you just, especially belly fat, and you just can't seem to lose it no matter what you do, if you're constantly feeling kind of gassy and bloated. And next week's Small Bites, I'll be talking a little bit more about that issue because there's another thing that could be going on with you too. But it's still never a bad idea to detox. So for those of you who are considering detoxification, it's really there are several ways you can do it. There are just complete fasting with just water and maybe a little bit of fruit juice, and you can do that for a few days. I think that's hard to do for busy people on the go. And you can also do a juice and smoothie fast, so no solid food into your body. You can do that for a little while. I would say you can get by with doing that for, I've seen somebody do it for 30 days. If you've never seen the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, I highly, highly recommend everybody watch that movie. It's a documentary, but it's really informative in terms of what our American diet is doing to our health. I think it's one of the best movies I've seen. And it's just really inspiring too. But so you can do that gentleman who did that documentary did a 30-day juice fast. But you can also do what's called an elimination diet, a food elimination diet. So it's really just super, super clean eating and eliminating very specific foods for a short period of time. I've seen people do it anywhere from 3 days to 60 days. I usually recommend, especially if you don't do it very often or you've never done it, I recommend about 10 days. I think that's really fairly easy to handle because that's only one weekend. And I think weekends are like the hardest, point in time to detox because you're eliminating fast food, you're eliminating alcohol and caffeine. And so if that, you can do anything for one weekend and you can do it pretty much anything for 10 days. It's not that long. And like I said, it only encompasses one weekend, so it's not so bad. I really recommend starting with that idea. So I'm not going to really show you how to detox today because it's not complicated, but there are some steps that you need to put in place. You need to have a plan. I mean, it's just not that easy to step right into. So and the reason I'm talking about it today is because it really is a super effective way to jumpstart your health. It's a really, really good way. Another reason for people to detox is if you have a lot of cravings, particularly for salt, just carbs in general, sweets, caffeine, alcohol. If you've got cravings, a detox can really bust those cravings. It can really eliminate them, particularly if you do it for a long enough period of time. If you do a detox for 30 days, you can pretty much eliminate all of your cravings. It's amazing. So I think that's one of the best benefits of detoxing. And the second best benefit is it allows you to figure out what triggers, what foods are really not so good for you, what foods are making you feel bad, because it eliminates pretty much all the foods that or all the foods that most people are have intolerances to or have allergies to. So it's really a lot easier then for you to figure out, because I know I do best without gluten and dairy, but that's me. That doesn't mean that that's you. You might do fine on gluten and dairy, and maybe your trigger foods are eggs or corn or soy. There are lots of allergenic foods out there that we're eating every day, and this is a really good way to figure out what is causing problems for you, because once you eliminate everything, then if you're smart about it, you add foods back in one at a time. And a good detox program will teach you how to do that so that you can really figure out what your foods are that you will feel better if you don't eat or you don't eat very often. So that's something that I would highly recommend that you consider. There are lots of detox programs out there. You can go on the internet. There are lots of books. So you can. There are lots of people offering detox programs at all different price points. One of the reasons I'm talking about it today is that I'll be offering a detox program just because I think it is so important. And so I'll be putting one together in the next coming weeks. You'll get an email from me with all the details. But suffice it to say, I will have a step-by-step emailed guide put together for you with the plan in writing so that you can really see what you need to do. But also, we'll have a detox phone call that will really teach you how to plan for this and how to get your steps in order. A call during the detox, because it can be difficult to eliminate foods and your body's going to go through a bit of a withdrawal process. Most likely, most people do, and you'll need some real support during that detox process. And then a post detox phone call so that you will know how to add those foods back in and figure out what your triggers are. And daily email support. So you'll get an email from me with the details. So you can wait for my detox program, or you can go out and go find your own. Like I said, there's lots of them out there. I could be persuaded to also do a personal, like a one-on-one detox that's a lot more in depth. But the detox program that I'm putting together for you would be just fine for most people and pretty inexpensive. So, and then I'm also talking about this because if you are local to Northwest Indiana and you are interested, we are myself and Nancy Beck, who is from Image One Makeover. She's a beauty and style expert. We're putting together this fun series of talks at Lakes of the Four Seasons Clubhouse every third Wednesday of the month. With our first talk being next Wednesday, April 15th at 6:30 p.m. And our subject is detoxification. We're going to do a different subject every month, but this month we're talking about detoxing, and so Nancy's going to talk about how to detox your skin, and she's going to have some great beauty products there. I'm going to be talking more about this food elimination detox and a little bit more about why we should be considering it. And then it's just a great event. We'll have boas and raffles and giveaways. You can stop by the clubhouse and get a beverage, adult or otherwise, before you come and listen to us talk. And so it's a really fun night out if you want to bring some friends. It's $20 at the door, so it's really inexpensive. You get a ton of information, have some fun along the way, get to know Nancy and I a little bit better if you don't already know me. And so it's just fun, and so I wanted to talk about that as well. So detoxing is on my mind these days. So that's it for this week's Small Bites. I'll see you next week if I don't see you on Wednesday, but I hope to see you there. There are so many of especially shout out to my St. Anthony friends. I miss you guys all so much and would love to see you there. So take care, and I'll see you next Friday.